Hi everyone, welcome to Appliance Advisors. I'm Francesco, joined by Dennis. Today we're going to tackle a really popular product category, and that's going to be under-counter refrigeration. Now, a question that we definitely get a lot is, a couple questions really that we get a lot is, one is, why are these so expensive, maybe compared to the kind of other ones I've seen? So why is the cost so high on these? And two is there a standard size when it comes to under-counter refrigeration?
Yeah, and one leads into the other,
Yeah.
so perfect segue. Thanks, Fran. Why under-counter, truly, and that's the critical point there, under-counter, if you intend to put cabinets around these in your kitchen or in a credenza or bar area. True under-counter refrigeration breathes from the front of the unit, meaning you can surround it with cabinetry and it's made to breathe in and out from the toe kick in the front. We all have seen the box store inexpensive, the online inexpensive items. And you're like, why is this one $500 and this one's $1,500 or a couple thousand? Now, the range for most of these true in-cabinet under-counters range somewhere between, for a decent one, $1,500. You can go as high as, heck, $5,000, $6,000 if you want to do a Sub-Zero. But I think most everyone's priced somewhere between $1,500 and $3,000, depending on how fancy they want it to get. But with all that said, if one's $500, there's a reason why it's a third of the price. You're smart. Use your head and think about it. Okay, most of those are made overseas, and a lot of these are made overseas. So I won't make that blanket statement, but made overseas without the quality control, with random brands you never heard, Vivante, this, that, all these crazy lines, Cascade. I mean, you hear these nutty names. That should just raise your head and be like, who's actually is this brand? But really, no QC, and most of the time not made to breathe from the front. Now, leading into that next question of size, standard under-counter refrigeration traditionally is 15 inches and 24 inches. That's a blanket, but that's where 98% of the sizing is. And it's very important that when you're designing the kitchens, we get it. These under-counter things a lot of times are a nice to have unit. Your budget's stretched and you still want to make that happen, and you're trying to save costs. Do not spend good money after bad here. Those units most of the time at the box stores or online are we already talked about performance, but are not standard 15 and 24 inch sizes. So you have to customize the cabinets around them. I've seen some that are 21 and a half inches, 20 inches, 18 and 3/4. Now they're $400, $500, $600. But you customize your kitchen and they die very quickly because they're not made to perform. They're not great products. And now you have this hole. You've learned your lesson, and that brand's gone back overseas and it's no longer produced, and you can't get anything else to fill this new kitchen or cabinet. Or even 8 years from now, your kitchen's still in great shape, but you have this random hole and now you're spending good money after bad. So I really think stick within 15 and 24. And to that point, the cost difference between 15 and 24, if you had a 15-inch wine column or a beverage unit or 15-inch unit under the counter next to a 24-inch unit under the counter, the cost difference many times is zero. It's just which can you fit. So in a design sense, I'd always say start with 24 because you'll maximize your space and you're not paying for the
way
space.
more options available to you too. And
much broader.
Yeah, so no question. That's the thing. It's like, it's not only trying to skimp maybe and save a little bit of dollars, but it's that replacement a couple of years later where these things just don't last, and we see it all the time. These inexpensive ones are just not made to last. And for other ones that are out there, they may be a little bit more, but you can still get good values. Like, we do private label ones as well, and you offer 5-year warranties and things like that because we know they're made to last. They're made to be built in. They're made to breathe from the front. And there's a lot of different options when you're looking at under-counter refrigeration in general. So, you talk under-counter beverage centers, refrigerators, which tend to be the most popular. There's other cool kind of options as well with wine coolers and drawers and things like that. So definitely a lot to look for, but you want to make sure you're getting a brand that is quality and made to last and made to be built in.
And think about how you're going to use it. If you're somebody that's just, hey, I'm flipping a house, I need it to look like something, and then I'm out of here. Well, then that's a consideration. If you're somebody, a lot of these undercutting units, what we do see is Monday through Friday, they don't get a lot of use. But on the weekends or on a holiday, when you really have people entertaining, again, you spend a little bit more. But aside from the fit and finish, the compressors, the components are made to recover air and temperature so that you don't get a cold beverage and two people behind you get a really warm one because you've opened that door 3 and 4 or 5 times and now it can't replace the cold air. So there's a lot more to it than just price.
Absolutely. All right, well, that's going to cover everything on Undercounter refrigeration.
And don't forget to follow us on social media for appliance tips and updates from Yale Appliance.
Your feedback is what shapes our series. Like what you saw, give us a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and drop your thoughts in the comments below. We love hearing from you.
Stay informed and inspired on all your appliance needs. This is Appliance Advisors signing off.